What's good? What's good? What's good, world? This is the Blue Dollar Podcast. I'm Randy. I'm here with my boy Jeff. What's good, Jeff?
Yo,
What's with the lit read tonight, man?
ain't nothing, man. No late night, but first night of college football. Got UAB, Jacksonville State going at it, but UAB whooping ass right now in the third quarter. So yeah, man. It's
We
exciting
good.
right now. Football back officially back for real, for real.
Exactly. It's what we needed too. So we're gonna have a little quick session, man. What we're gonna talk about first is the fact that Cam Newton got released this week from the Patriots. He was projected to be the starting quarterback, but things turned out the wrong way in the preseason. He ended up getting released for a various amount of reasons, and we're trying to hammer down which reason is the true reason why he got cut. So, Jeff, man, how you feel about Cam Newton getting cut, man?
I mean, honestly, man, a little disappointed in that it was so soon. It was unexpected. Honestly, I believe everybody felt like it was going to happen because the Patriots, Bill Belichick never ever drafted a quarterback in the first round. So that's unlike him. So that means he really wanted the Mac Jones. So I felt like
Yeah.
with the performance Mac Jones has been putting on in the preseason and in practice since the absence of Cam Newton because of COVID protocol, stuff like that, that kind of separated the gap between and giving Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick is based. He loves consistency. I mean, everybody does, but he
Mhm.
practice and preaches that shit. So I think the performance from the preseason games, he Matt Jones outplayed him, but not significantly. But he outplayed Cam in preseason, and just that little bit of time Cam missed after the leading up to that last week of the preseason game,
Got
it
him
was
acclimated.
right. It played a big factor. And I honestly think if Cam would have had a better performance that preseason game, then maybe it would have been a little bit different because you already gave him a full season last season. Yeah, he didn't have the talent around him, but it's only but so many excuses you can make. But you gotta also realize, man, this is no nonsense Bill. Bill don't care who you was before. He gonna do his best for his team to win, not on no chance. He's not gonna take no chance. Like he don't believe in that. Oh, he maybe might perform and all this shit. He ain't got time for that shit. It's like either is you ready or you not. It's just that simple with him. And if you ain't, next man up. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much that's the key element to the Patriots' success on how they run their team. So I hope Cam lands his feet somewhere. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think depending on because a lot of people got him predicted to probably go to either you hear some crap saying Miami or
Never. We got Tua.
I understand that, but like people keep saying, well, he know the Patriots offense and all this shit. It's like he gonna actually start and play week one right around the corner. You know what I mean? It's kind of like nonsense noise. But honestly, man, depending on Wentz's situation, I could see him ending up in maybe Indiana, Indianapolis, with the Colts. I mean, not honestly, yay and nay. It's like, but to me, that's the only place I see where he could come in and contribute just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sure Wentz's health is he like guaranteed to start week one, and based on their second string, I'm not familiar right now who their second string quarterback is, but I'm not
Uh,
sure
The
he's
Colts had
better than
the
who they
Colts
have.
have some pretty good backups. They got Jacob Eason and they have the guy that played at Texas. I mean, I think he just hurt himself, but Jacob Eason is pretty good out of Washington, the quarterback. He's been pretty good in the
Okay,
preseason. So
okay, yeah, but at this point in time, maybe it would have happened before preseason. If Bill would have cut him then, maybe he would have had a shot to pick up somewhere, sooner than later. But right now, man, it's like it's kind of too late in the game right now, man. Y'all just finished wrapped up preseason. Y'all got this little recovery week, as you would say, to get your rosters together, 53-man rosters together right now before the week one next week, Thursday. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of too late, man. Damage been done. I think Bill tried to do him a courtesy, tried to do him a favor by letting him go to give him opportunity to probably land somewhere like maybe like in Texas too, the Texans. You know what I mean? I'm not sure the QB situation either with Deshaun Watson. So I hope he lands somewhere. Like I said, man, hell of a talent. I think he can still. I think he might be better than a few quarterbacks out there still elite. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I was telling you before another show, man. This right now, it seems like a true QB league right now. Like kind of almost every team has figured out their QB situation in a sense, not permanently, but they feel confident going forward right now. You know what I mean? So
every team got a young QB pretty much, except for like Brady and Big Ben and all that stuff.
I want to say about 22 to 26 of the teams have young QBs that's looking to move on for the next probably 5 years at least at minimum. You know what I mean? So with that consideration, man, it's like there's only a few teams that's probably looking to go back in the draft next season and see what's available. But honestly, man, I think Cam window has. I think his window has closed in the NFL, man. You know, I think he might have to start some other ventures. You know, but best of luck to him. You know what I mean? Hopefully he lands on his feet somewhere. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, he's been well compensated since he's been playing. You know what I mean? So he's not like a lot of these running backs that ain't been in the league nowhere long as he has.
I mean, he's been used like one though.
Right, he's been used as one, but he got paid as a quarterback. Right? But these running backs that we see, man, like Le'Veon Bell right now, Devontae Freeman got cut from the Saints just yesterday or earlier this week. Who else ain't on their feet yet? Le'Veon Bell. You got
Gurley.
Yeah, Todd Gurley. Like, and these guys were all lead rushing players.
All pros.
All pros. Like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy to say that like they can't find nobody can find use for them right now. So it's crazy, man. Because of course those guys at one point had talent that was way better than just a practice squad player or even too good to be a third string player. So but right now, man, it's a lot of young talent out there. Them guys competing and they wanna ball, man. Them teams giving them that shot. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure 2 out of the 3 may land on their feet. You know what I mean? So we'll see though, man. But yeah, best of luck to Cam Newton though.
Yeah, I felt like Cam, once he had that bogus COVID testing thing and that made him miss that time, that basically opened up a door for Matt Jones to start because they wanted Matt Jones to start from the jump. That's why they made it a competition in the first place. And plus, he's a first-round overall pick, and he fits the system better than Cam from a schematic standpoint. So they wanted him to start, and they already seen what Cam could do in the system already, and they wasn't interested in the sequel to that. So
because Bill's not interested in a mobile quarterback too.
Not at all.
He tried it with Cam last season. He didn't like it at all, so he's going back to the basics. So
basics, dump down, dumps, quick passes, like the West Coast system that they usually run. So
and it's been effective. That's how they won championships. They pick defenses apart. You know what I mean? Bill has an excellent way of keeping the other team's offense on the sideline and tiring out their defense. You know what I mean? While keeping their players fresh too. He likes to rotate his players in too. So man, it's a foolproof. It works. It's been proved. It's worked many times before. And when they won Super Bowls, when they haven't either, because they always made it somewhat deep in the playoffs too. They're always in that playoff conversation. So yeah.
Yeah, Matt Jones is the closest thing to Tom Brady at this point, and you need someone like Tom Brady to make his offensive system work. So it's pretty much a slam dunk at this point to start Matt Jones, and he's a rookie, so there ain't nowhere you can go but up with him. All he needs is just game experience.
Well, it's tough shoes to fill, man. It's tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it like overnight, but if you call plays and you execute the right plays and all that stuff and just put him in the best position to win, he could get you far, but not this season though. Not because all the defenses in our division is tough anyway. So
this is the best it's looked in a long time. Yeah. Like, honestly, let's say that because man, the last 20 years has been the Patriots and maybe here and there the Bills and maybe us one season out of the 20, but yeah, man, this looks like a almost even division now, like where it's not so one-sided to where the conversation, the Patriots are going to win their division easily, so they're going to have a playoff spot just based on the record. You know what I mean? So because they looked at us, every team like at least them going 5-1 in their division easy. You know what I mean? Where they may lose to a close game to us or the Bills. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, those days are done. And as far as Cam, and what else with Cam Newton? Everybody expected Cam Newton to come back and be 2015 MVP, Super Bowl runner-up Cam Newton. And he didn't have that anymore, man. He could barely be accurate with his passes. He could barely stay healthy. And that's besides the COVID thing. Like he had injuries way before the
Yeah.
COVID issue started. So I feel like he was falling off anyway. And then he was in the wrong offensive system. So he really couldn't be Cam Newton. So I don't think he was in the best position to be his best anyway. And plus he didn't have it anymore. So
I won't say that he wasn't in the right offensive system because they tailored a lot of plays to him to try to make it work. But I think it was just Bill was very uncomfortable of running that style of offense. It was like he was trying to change with everybody else. And it's like,
it's not him.
That's not him, exactly. That's not my identity. It's not our team identity. So I'm not gonna worry about getting a dual threat quarterback. I'm gonna stick to what I've been doing.
The pocket QBs.
Right. Until it stops working, until I stop winning games with this system, I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm a live and die with this. I want Super Bowls with this. And he has every right to do so in that sense. Like he's probably one of the few coaches in the league, man, that has held that same head coaching position for years and has been successful. You know what I mean? Because we've seen coaches be at one team for years and not been successful. Just, you know what I mean? But this guy has been successful. He's proven that whatever he does, it works. And
he's the best coach ever. Best football coach
exactly.
ever.
He's the when you're talking about coaches, he's the GOAT, especially in the NFL. He's one of the GOATs. That's what they call him. Him and Nick Saban. They're the two GOATs. Nick Saban the GOAT in college, and Bill Belichick's the GOAT in NFL. So and also too, people realize too, man. Nick Saban, Mac Jones, that's Nick Saban boy.
Yeah, so they talk to each other all the time.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure.
So he plugged him in already, let him know, hey, it's your best bet to win.
Exactly. Like, hey, I'm pretty sure he will fit your system perfectly because this kid has all the mechanics. And even too, they put a stamp on it, dude, when Waddle and Smith both said which quarterbacks you would rather have, Tua or Mac Jones. Said Mac Jones. No diss to Tua, but it just
said that to save face because that's the last quarterback they played with. You
gotta remember too, Tua was a mobile dual threat quarterback. So they felt like he was taking some of their performance, some of their yards, some plays, you know what I mean? But with Mac Jones, he airing that bitch out. You know what I mean? He's getting them reps, he's getting them their stats, making them look good versus Tua making himself look more good than them. He's making them look even good. Well, it makes him look good too. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah. I think they man, wide receivers love a pocket QB.
Right, because they can't run, so they gotta throw the ball.
Exactly. It's like, man, like it's a relationship. You know that you play tight end. If you got that good connection with your quarterback, man, y'all can make some stuff happen, man. And guess what? Y'all, when you look good, he looks good. But when he's taking off running and looking good, you don't look good. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna block for his ass either. Let his ass get hit.
But I'm saying, like, I think that relationship with quarterbacks and wideouts, man, is like it benefits everybody. It's like a real team relationship, team sport versus Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson. Just I'm that guy, I'm the showboat. But if I got a star wide receiver that can go deep, DeAndre Hopkins, then I'm gonna air that bitch out.
That ain't true with Deshaun Watson because he was airing that bitch to D Hop when he was there. So
he was right. That's what I'm saying. Like it could work in different ways. If he airing that bitch out and still making him look good, then he can shine too by running the ball too. He's making everybody look good too, though. But honestly, he didn't do the offensive line no favors.
Yeah,
and he didn't do. Because he made them look like they wasn't doing shit. So he had to scream. He had to make moves. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's what I mean, too. The protection not always going to be perfect. But, good for him. You got to capitalize. The quarterback got to capitalize. So, I mean, like I said, but it's the reason why they chose Mac Jones as who they prefer as their QB over Tua. No shade to Tua at all.
All right, so back to Cam Newton. One last thing about Cam Newton. They said that another factor in his release is the fact that he was against the COVID-19 vaccination. So how big of a part you really think that played in him getting cut by the team?
I mean, from what I saw, Bill said that wasn't a key factor in his decision and letting Cam Newton go. And honestly, I think I could agree with Bill because just the eye test, man, for me, Cam didn't get no better than last season. He stayed the same. So honestly, I think seeing that in his performance and that Mac Jones, like Cam didn't. You expect Cam to be in this system and know this system, like and be able to move, like know this like the back of his hand. And man, he looked at garbage. Honestly, I'm gonna just say that. And like for me, it's like he's I don't know when he throws the ball.
He's not a precision passer. He's not a guy that can just sit down and be surgical in the pocket on you. He's just a rhythm thrower. And
and man, it looks like it hurts for him to throw the ball.
It does because he injured that arm, so it's not back to where it was before. So
it just looks like it's difficult for him to really.
He's overcompensating.
Throw that ball with precise. It's like, man, like is he looking comfortable? Like he's not really looking comfortable in that pocket, especially when he throws on his release. So it's like
he's overcompensating.
But like I said, best of luck to Cam though, man. But I don't think that was a deciding factor though with the COVID protocol. It could have been for certain other teams. Definitely, like Urban Meyer said, that was a factor on him cutting players. But I think with Bill, it was more consistency. Like, because he saw what he did last season and leading up to this preseason, I think he saw enough to make his final decision.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was the main factor in him getting cut, but it didn't help his case.
It didn't help
his case.
So
that probably was another factor that just made it easy for Bill to make his decision and just go with Mac Jones and ease all of the tension and just cut ties with Cam just for the team morale.
Well, they were raving about Mac Jones in practice, man. They said that time that Cam was missing, that he took over. He was looking real good. He took over the team. Like, he looked like a true QB1. Like he took over, and that was his team. So man.
That's all he needed.
Exactly. And he looked good that last week's game too. So, shout out to Mac Jones. We'll see his ass week 1 though.
Yeah, we're gonna beat that shit. But anyway. So next subject, man, Kanye West dropped his 10th studio album titled Donda after his mother. He dropped it on a Sunday and it was 27 tracks. And there's been raving reviews to mixed reviews to people that outright hated it, but not just for the music purposes. They hated it for other reasons that they attacked the music with. So, So how do you feel about the Donda track, Jeff? Like, how do you feel about it and what's your standout tracks from?
Okay, so the first 12 tracks, I think did a real nice job. For me, is that the whole controversy when Kanye said, Universal released his album without his consent, stuff like that.
Which is believable.
Which is definitely believable because the time frame that this album was supposed to have been had came out months ago. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then also too, with they had double tracks on there with different artists, at the same tracks but with different artists featuring on there. And for me, that was a conflict of interest because how I feel they could have probably used those second versions of those tracks for deluxe album or deluxe album. They could have added that to like a deluxe album and would have saw boost. So for me, it didn't make sense for Universal to just release everything they had put together for that project, for the Donda album, on just that one right there. Maybe I may be wrong. He may got some extra, some tracks that he may put on the deluxe. But to me, that was an overkill for me though. I didn't like that. But other than that, man, the music was definitely some bangers on there. Off the Grid is my favorite. I could ride out to that shit all day. It's dope. I like the track Hurricane with So like there's definitely a lot of them. Even the mix he did with Lauryn Hill. Like, man, is how hard it is to get Lauryn Hill on the track, man. It's like
that was actually a flip sample.
It was a flip sample, but I'm saying, man, like
to get that shit cleared.
To get it cleared.
But it's Kanye,
you know what I'm saying? But it's Kanye. But the next dude is my boy Nas. He actually got a verse out of her though. So that's saying a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
So but yeah, man, and then the whole it wasn't, I felt like this album wasn't about the music because there was so much stuff around it, man. Like you said, the mixed reviews, the controversial stuff, different artists coming at Kanye, mainly Soulja Boy with his puss ass. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hold on. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something right now, boy. Soulja Boy, a bitch. I'm gonna fuck with nobody.
Nah, not Draco. Don't do Draco
man,
like
look
that.
Look at here, dog. That boy pussy in real life.
Big Draco? Nah.
That boy pussy in real life, man. I ain't gonna even get into it. I ain't on the internet talking bad about nobody anyway. But man, he talking crazy to a grown ass man, but he on some childish ass shit. That's all I'm saying. He on them childish ass antics. I ain't really for it because the man like it's like you on throwing a tantrum because the man didn't choose your track. You know what I'm saying? It's like you supposed to be a professional artist, bro. Fuck all that. And you older. You ain't 21 no more. Like you ain't that young nigga no more. Dancing in videos and all this shit here. So maybe nigga would give you a pass, but you a grown ass man, dog. You been in this game for years and you acting like that. I'm pretty sure this ain't the first time somebody took you off they shit. You know what I mean?
But you artists do that all the time.
Exactly,
for different reasons. So
you making it seem like, oh, Kanye hit you like, hey man, yeah, I need you on the track, this and that. Like he saucing you up, like, yeah, you gonna be on the track, definitely. And he took you off.
Everybody do that.
It's believable more with Chris Brown than you. You know what I'm saying? Because Chris Brown has hits. He's been relevant. Soulja Boy has been recent relevant now, but to like
not for music though. It's not for antics.
He got okay. The She Make It Clap song. That's a decent song, but other than that, but it's not no certified banger. It's not something they going out their way to play, you know, in the clubs or on the radio like that. So I mean, but at the same time, bro, it's like, man, stop with the antics, bro. You're doing it for attention. We all know that. Like you've been in the media for the wrong shit. I mean, you capping about you bought this damn gaming company talking about, oh yeah, I just bought them a CEO, and they straight up told you, boy, you ain't no fucking CEO. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Like, bro, I think he need to just, man, if that's what he want, that's what he want. Whatever. That's the type of attention he want, let him get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get off of him. But yeah, man, like it's just a lot of stuff surrounding this Donda album for me to where it was more about the annex and all the stuff going around it than the actual album. I actually like it. I actually give it
1 out of 5.
8 out of 10.
Oh, you're gonna give it on a scale of 10.
So I give it a 4 out of 5 then. That's a 4 out of 5.
Because
I go 4 out of 5.
All right, so I feel like honestly, this is a top 5 Kanye West.
Top 5?
It's a top 5 Kanye West album to me, his project. Because I feel like
drinking tonight.
No, I ain't been drinking. I actually like when you listen to it thoroughly, man. It's like it has everything that you expect from Kanye West album, but you didn't hear it in a long time.
Right, yeah. So, I understand that, yeah.
And he kind of updated it with his production, man. He had more like like more tracks type beats on there and more than the actual like regular hip hop shit. He made it more like trappish. And plus he did a gospel album, man. How many rappers could make a good gospel album out of nowhere? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, but I was gonna add to that too. But peep game. The song is not. They have no explicit.
Oh yeah, they took the curse words out though.
They took all the curse words out, right? But it has that vibe as like you said, with them
a
trap
regular
beats.
Yeah,
it's like a hip hop song.
Yeah, it's a regular album. You can't even tell it's gospel.
Exactly. So to me, man, I think this might put up in the record books, like the album with non-explicit words to be number 1 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the genius of Kanye. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna create a hard ass album that's finna have no slander words in it. We finna ride out to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
it was dope, man. It's a dope experience, man. And I just felt like, the bangers on there, everything from Off the Grid to Hurricane to Okay.
Yeah.
The Lauryn Hill sample, the Chris Brown track, that was good.
And it's like all these artists saying, "Oh man, Kanye," but they end up being on the damn album anyway. Except for Soulja Boy, or even Cowboy. What his name is? Cali Boy. I forgot his fucking name is, but yeah, it's like 1 or 2 artists. Even a young lady that actually sung a hook that they sampled with her voice in the track, but she was saying like, he didn't get permission to have me on that track, like he didn't clear with my label. But then she actually sung the hook from the original gospel song, and that's who they cleared it through. So it's like, how you worrying about what he ain't clear with you, ain't even clear with me. I'm the original owner of the track. I wrote every word in that song. So guess what? You don't even own the rights to anything you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, young lady, you need to look at it from a business standpoint. I understand that, you actually should be hyped about the promo. You know what I mean?
The hype that you even part of the project.
I think people are getting way too ahead of themselves, man, when they hear something and they like people talking to them like, oh man, you should get paid for that or this and that. And like other people in your business. So now,
but they don't know the whole situation. They just don't know the whole situation.
It's just jumping out the window instead of getting the full facts. People are really. I'm tired of people not fact checking shit. I need to do y'all due diligence, do y'all research, and find out what's really going on instead of airing y'all shit out for the world. You know what I mean? Let the people talk about whether if it was the blog saying, yeah, we don't know if he cleared this or that. Let them speculate while you figure shit out in the background. And then when you got all the facts, then you like, okay, this and that, this situation. You give Kanye a shout out. I want to thank Kanye for putting me on the track. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like I'm blessed. Paying homage because that man didn't have to do that shit. He could have got another singer to sing that hook
and still could have. And that shit sound just as hard, and you be an afterthought.
Exactly. So what I mean? People need to do their due diligence, man. Just pump your brake, drive slow, homie. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like
late registration.
Slow.
All right,
man. Yeah.
But so another track that I like both versions of the Jail track with Jay-Z and the other one with the baby on it.
Yeah, I like both of them too. I like them both too.
Quick question. Who had a better verse, Jay-Z or the baby?
I'm gonna say the baby, dog.
The baby? I mean, the baby came more aggressive and he didn't be subliminal with his delivery. He let that clip go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm giving him the win on. He ain't hold back shit.
Nah, he didn't hold back none on his verse. He let the clip go.
Yeah. He let it go. So I think that's and maybe it's like an age. I don't know, because Jay-Z, he more laid back, he lax now, you know what I mean?
Jay was saying his shit too. I wish they both was on.
Yeah.
I wish they both was on the same track, but man,
that'd have been dope.
Man.
See, that's how I feel, right? It's like with the Universal saying it, Kanye saying they pre-released it, it's like, man, y'all could have did a deluxe with the part 2, right? Or y'all could have had them on the same track. They got everybody on the same track. But I don't know what they was thinking. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's some extra shit that's gonna come out later that we're gonna figure out. But to me, I think that's a big miss on Universal's part, man. Like, seriously.
I mean, Jay-Z probably didn't want the baby on the track, because everything that's going on with the baby right now.
And to your point, you probably got a point because Megan Thee Stallion is signed
to Roc Nation Management.
So
it's deeper than rap.
It's deeper than rap, and I think he's showing his loyalty to Meg. Like, hey, I'm gonna do the trap, but leave us out separate. Do 2 different versions. Don't have me on there with her, because he really gonna think she have her thinking too. Like, damn, Jay-Z gonna like, but her beef ain't really with the baby, man. It's with Tory Lanez. So that shit just it's some, to me,
it's bullshit.
That relationship is bullshit. To me, that relationship can be solvable.
It's not worth it.
Man, we need people to start acting like adults, man. We need people to start acting like true adults. Like that's just where I'm at. It's like y'all people, it's like people acting like high schoolers, man. Like, oh, he did this to me, and you riding with him. And I know it's on principle. I understand that. That's a serious situation too, though. This man alleged you accusing him of shooting in your foot. So it's a very serious accusation, which I understand. No, you cannot take lightly at all. Which I can see your perception on that, on how you would feel with this cat you've been making hella tracks bangers with, for him to line up with your enemy. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know their relationship if they was really that close. You know what I mean? They came out the same year doing music, so they linked up pretty good. They were vibing, but it's like sometimes business is business. I think people take business a little too personal.
Exactly.
And I don't think she's not at that point in her life to where she could accept that. And but like I said, the situation is very serious. I can understand her feelings toward the situation. Period. That anybody fucking with this dude, something wrong with y'all. Like something wrong with y'all morals. Like I don't know how y'all could stand for a guy like that because y'all stand like that. Y'all could claim to be real niggas or stand up guys. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see from her standpoint, but it's messy though. It's just totally fucking
they need
messy.
to keep everything G and keep it business and everything.
Right, like like they get some old heads in this shit, like for real, and like see what the fuck going on. Cause to me, man, a bias project with the baby and Meg, they're putting out some shit together. But we get on topic, but yeah, man, Donda was a good project overall.
Yeah, man, Donda was a great project. Another highlight was the Sunday service choir and the background vocals, man. They really did it for me too. They really did their thing. I like when Kanye used the choir. He didn't use it that much early in his career, but him using it now, especially on this type of album, it really was a highlight on this project.
You're right. So, I ain't heard something like that, honestly, until you start putting the gospel stuff out of since Jesus Walk.
Yeah.
Jesus Walk was the last real time he actually used them choir vocals in the background in a track. And it kind of gave me that same feeling too. I see what you were saying though, different on that part. So yeah, I feel you on that.
The 24 Hours track is probably one of the top tracks on it. And it had no drums. I don't know why people still mad that they didn't hear enough drums on the project. Like music is music. If it makes you feel good and it sounds good, why you worried about one element? You can still make good music without drums.
Well, people, I think the culture as far hip hop in general, a lot of we love that beat, that bass, that drum in the back of our music so much, and people are accustomed and used to that. So I think it kind of threw fans off, and thinking that he should have used a little bit more, like critiquing his work on that. But honestly, he's an artist.
Yeah, the music sounds good.
You a fan, be a fan. Let the artist be artists. You know what I'm saying? It's like that man know what he's doing. That's why you a fan of his work, because he know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you went out your way to listen to all 27 of them tracks.
Exactly. So, it's like you could critique it all you want, but guess what? You still gonna rock. You still gonna ride out to that shit. You still gonna listen to it. So what's all this talking about? You can say your piece or whatever, but nobody hearing that shit, man.
Yeah, man. I give this album probably either 4 or 4.5 out of 5. Just 4.5 out of 5. For me, musically, that's how much I liked it. I'll give this out of his top 5. This is probably in the number 4 slot to me.
I'm gonna critique you on that because I don't feel the same way about the way you feel as far as ranking them in his top 5. I'll probably say at the it's definitely, it's a 10 studio album, right?
Yeah, it's a 10.
Out of 10, I'm gonna say 5 or 6.
That's respectable. It's still, if you say 5 or 6, you said 5, so that's still top 5. So I'll take it.
It's still top 5, but I think 4 is a little too high because so just in my perspective, I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but yeah, I give it a 5.
Yeah, I think, for me, musically, I don't know if it's because of the hype, because I haven't heard a good project from him in a while that I'm jumping out the window with it.
Yeah, I think you fell in love, like love at first sight type of thing, like right now.
Yeah, and because I listened to it completely. There was no skips on there for me. I listened to it probably 5 times already fully with no problem. Yeah. So that's how much I liked it. I haven't heard a good project like that from him since the early 2000s. So
yeah, man. I'm gonna give some notable mentions though, man. Also, shout out that boy Jack Boy. He had a good project I listened to. That boy really on his shit. He thought of his own label, 1804 Records, man. Shout out to Haiti too. That boy out there trying to build a hospital with a little baby, help them out real quick, man. They need it out there in Haiti. But yeah, shout out to Jack Boy. Also, man, honorable mentions too. Certified Lover Boy coming out this Friday. I'm hearing this a true
Certified Lover Boy, CLB.
I'm hearing this a certified
hip
hop album.
You ready?
Hip hop.
You ready?
Album. I'm hearing like it's a
all that
rap
shit you
album,
talking. We gonna see Friday at midnight, nigga.
Nah.
We gonna see Friday at midnight.
You the one claim no Drake album gonna sound better than Kanye, but you gave Kanye 4 out of 5.
I ain't gonna lie. When I heard Donda, after I heard Donda, I'm like, shit, Drake gotta come with some shit now.
He got to.
Gotta come with some shit.
So we'll see Friday. I'm gonna definitely ride out to it. I'll be in Miami this weekend, Labor Day, hanging out with you and shit like that. So we'll link up and get a session going. Let's ride. I'm gonna ride out to that bitch anyway, coming down from Tampa. So you already know what it is.
Man, I'm listening to that shit. If I can't listen to it at 11:59, I'm listening to it at 12:01 a.m. Nigga, I'm on that shit, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be on the road Friday, so I got all the time in the world to vibe to. I ain't gonna even listen to the radio because up here, as soon as the motherfucker drops some shit, they love to play the tracks. They love to play the tracks on the radio, so I ain't even tuning in like that. I'll probably play that shit whenever I get a chance to ride out to it.
You gonna hear the classic. We gonna see. We gonna see all that shit you've been talking. CLB is coming, nigga.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Get ready for it.
We'll see though.
All right, man. So this has been another episode of the Blue Dollar Podcast, man. I'm Randy, my boy Jeff, man. We're gonna check out CLB dropping this Friday. And gonna run through Alabama. We're gonna talk about that game next week as well. So until then, we'll see y'all next week, man. Take care. God bless. Take care. All that.
Yo.